giving you a voice.
Making it loud our own way.
Welcome to the fun. So, right now we got a little bit of time here, so we can take some general questions. Let's try and focus on match strategy, but if you want to ask us anything, Tyler's normally not hosting, he's normally behind the scenes, so if you've got questions for Tyler about the future of fun even, we can talk about some of that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and we'll be transitioning over the marbles on stream a little bit too, and we can do some of that on there as well, I think. So we'll give it another minute if there are no other questions, and
we have one very random question.
Okay, go ahead.
What do you think of this year's Vex game? And so, full disclosure, this was the last game that I part of the game design before I left Vex. So when I left this game in a state where there was an idea of what was going to happen. No rules have been written, but the flow of the matches and the field design had kind of been confirmed. So I definitely was involved. So I have a biased opinion, but I like it. I think it's
really... Is it Rapid Reversal? Is that the game?
Yeah, the game's called Turning Point. Rapid Reversal. That would have been a good name. It's like you work in marketing or something, dude. Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know. I'm just seeing what got uploaded. I have no clue what the next game is.
No, it's actually Rapid Reversal would have been a great game name.
There literally is a animation. Oh, I'm going to bring it up on here because I want you to see this. There's literally a game animation that says Vex Robotics 2018-2019 game animation Rapid Reversal.
Oh, so Vex does a series of things that are called online challenges, which are competitions where teams that you enter an animation contest to design a game.
Oh, okay.
And it gets judged, and you get awarded there's a big award, a championship. You qualify for champs if you win this award, actually. So,
okay. Is there an animation for this year's game?
Yeah. If you just search
what is it called?
BRC Turning Point. BRC Turning Point.
Sorry about the low typing, everybody. Turning Point.
Yeah, well, Tyler pulls up the game animation. So it's a shooting game, which I like, and one of the things that I really like about it is that it's instead of shooting into nets, you're shooting at targets, which toggle back and forth. So it encourages the scoring to continually happen, and it's a very visual game. Like one of the things we talked about in game design was like paint the town red or paint the town blue. Basically, you want a lot of red chasing. If you're red allies, you want to turn everything red. And so that was kind of a neat sort of dynamic that makes it really easy for the audience to understand, especially at Vex events where they're not going to be using the real-time scoring. So, yeah, no, I'm a fan of the game. Tyler, what's your initial impression?
I mean, these game pieces are pretty interesting on here. So, also, was that check mark saying you can cross to the other side? Is that what it was saying?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
or you can't cross the other side.
This reminds me of a couple, like almost an amalgamation of a couple other Vex games I saw, and I apologize. Other than doing Vex Worlds a couple times, which is some of the most amazing experiences I've ever had, I'm not as in tune with Vex as I should be. But I mean, just seeing there was pretty cool. That there's like pick and place, and you can shoot balls. It looks like too, right, or something like that.
Yeah, it's two distinct two distinct scoring methods. So you can shoot balls, or you can flip those caps, and those caps can also be placed on tops of the poles. Huh. So it's there's
a lot going on.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, and it's a rapid reversal, so it's very back and forth. And then there's a massive King of the Hill platform that you can be pushing teams off of.
Okay, so the only thing I don't like is I just saw that they on the platform is plus 6 points. I'm like, just make them like easy numbers for people to understand. Because if I'm not in the program, I'm like, so wait, one's 6 and one's 4, and it's like either make it 1, 2, 3 or like 5, 10, something like that.
Yep, that's actually ongoing debate.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's ongoing because I'm not on the game design committee anymore, but we always used to have big debates on that about what scoring numbers to sort of use.
Yeah. But no, it looks like a cool game, guys. If you don't ever have an opportunity, by the way, I'm going to plug this. If you ever have an opportunity to go to Vex Worlds, do it, because it is a awesome event. It is the best I've ever been treated as a volunteer in my life before. So make sure you check it out, because First is a great program and does great things, but to me as a volunteer, nobody treats you better than Vex.
Yeah, it's a good time. Other questions we have. Here's a strategy question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the best thing a new drive coach can do to improve communication between the driver and coach? So I have lots of thoughts on this topic, but the most important thing is going back to before this new drive coach has been selected. I think it's very, very important that teams select a drive coach who is respected by the entire team, especially the future drivers. because that's how you get the communication to actually work. If the drive coach doesn't have the respect of his or her drivers, it's never going to work. The drive coach is going to be sparking out orders, and the drivers are going to do their own thing, and that's when things go wrong. So it's all about having it's that sort of respect, and respect is earned, yes, but there's some people who are very charismatic, who command that sort of respect instantly, and there's others who don't. And so a lot of teams will just say, oh, I'm going to put this kid's the best at strategy, so he's going to be the drive coach. This kid is, and it's like, well, maybe she's not the best person for the job, because it's more than just being a strategist. It's all about communication. So that drive coach has to have communication skills. So regardless, we're past that point now, and you've been chosen because you have great communication skills and you are the drive coach. I think it's important to spend a lot of time with your drivers, get to know them, and so communication becomes second nature. Do group activities, play cards, like play euchre or that sort of stuff, just so you can start to get to know how each other is thinking.
Euchre. You
want to be able to be those sorts of people who are completing each other's sentences and that sort of thing. So the communication becomes second nature. So eventually you don't need to say in so many words what you want to happen. It just happens. So familiarity breeds great communication.
I'm going to leave questions for now personally because I'm double duty here, so I can't pay the full attention that I want to, unfortunately. So do you want to take one more, and then we'll take the rest on Marbles on stream then too?
Yeah, sure. It looks from LC910. It looks like good teams seem to be targeted by heavy defense, which isn't a new thing, as I looked up period 2007 because my team did well there and found it to spread about 11-14's arm was broken. It was ripped off in the rubber match, the semis, costing the match. How can good teams combat heavy defense to still win a match? So one, I mean, the best way to combat defense is to avoid it. It's to drive around it or drive through it. But the second way, and I'll be brief here because this, again, is like a long topic, is to have someone throw a pick for you. Especially if your opponent can dedicate one robot to play defense, that means you can probably give up one robot off of offense. And what you do is, it's throwing a pick, it's the lead blocker, it's the fullback. Have that robot cut the defending team off at the pass so they cannot get to your offensive robot. That's one of the best moves you can do. So you defend the defender, and that really protects you. So, I mean, that's if you want to say the most effective way to combat heavy defense, that's one of the go-to moves that the best teams sort of use. So if you can't avoid it, then have someone else plow through it. Because a lot of teams will try and push through the defense themselves, but that's not effective. Well, I mean, it can be effective, but it's more effective. You want to think about scoring differentials. If the best team on the alliance is being defended and they're spending time not scoring, that's like, ooh, not great. But if the worst team on the alliance is spending time not scoring, you're not losing as much. And so that's why you have them throw a pick for you.
First Updates Now FRC is produced in partnership with viewers like you. Want to be our boss? Tell us what we're worth and have a say in how our shows are ran? Visit our Patreon to pledge your support at patreon.com/FUNFRC